Your Money in Business is made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities and is made possible by the generous support of our members. Thank you.
Well, Jeff, a Columbia veterinarian is always looking for new and safe ways to help his patients heal, and he does it by focusing on alternative therapies. Joining me now is Dr. Scott Sanderson and his lovely pet Buddha from Animal Wellness. How you doing, Scott?
Great. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here as well. So, Scott, let's talk a little bit about alternative therapies in general. What are the different kinds of alternative therapies that you do here in your practice?
In my practice, I embrace the old and I embrace the new. We do acupuncture, we do homeopathy, we do nutritional counseling, and we do a little bit of laser therapy, and if we have to, we take x-rays.
The laser therapy is something that we saw Buddha going through earlier. How exactly does that work?
Laser therapy penetrates deep into the tissue, increases circulation, reduces swelling, and enhances healing.
I was asking you earlier, how do you know if that works for Buddha? And you said it's more interesting than you'd think.
Yeah, my patients, when they start feeling better, the clients know it. They're happier, they're running, they're chasing squirrels, they're playing, they're eating better. They know it when they're feeling better.
It's very noticeable. The other patient that you had earlier was Lizzie, adorable Lizzie.
Lizzie was having seizures, and rather than put her on strong medication, we decided to do acupuncture, and she's responded fabulously to it. She hasn't had a seizure since she's been coming here.
You know, one of the things that I realize about alternative therapies and employing homeopathic remedies and so on and so forth with animals is it seems to be a last resort medicine. Is that true? Do you find most people have gone?
Unfortunately, I am known as the last resort doctor, and people come to me having spent thousands of dollars on therapies for their animals, and they're just not healing. And that's what I do. I get to the root of the issue. In Chinese medicine, there's a concept of treating the branch and the root. I treat the branch as well as the root, and that gets the patients where they need to get.
You know, when I was talking to you earlier, you were saying your practice is very interesting because you have to create your income. What exactly did you mean by that?
Well, clients pay me for what's up here. They're not paying me for vaccines. They're not paying me for medications. They're paying me to teach them how their animals can live longer and live healthier.
Does this mean that by coming in here and taking these alternative therapies, is there a higher cost to this type of treatment?
I think that the initial outlay for clients is a little bit higher than going to your regular veterinarian, but over the lifetime of your pet, you spend a lot less money because they're not going to be as sick as they are when they're not coming here.
What made you decide to go this route instead of the more conventional medicine?
That's a great question. I got tired of being a vaccine machine. It was just, vaccines were 25% of my income, and like most practices, and I just felt, and I had a dog that was sick, and I was looking for options to treat my own patients. I'm always looking for different options to treat my patients. It's all about the patient.
We know that you're not an advocate of vaccines, and there's two other tenets of your do not harm philosophy that you have. What are they?
The second that I live by is nutrition. Food needs to be moist and fresh. Buddha here, he eats nothing but raw meat, and he's never been sick a day of his life. Most of my clients feed their animals a diet of cooked food, of fresh cooked food, or raw food. And the third thing is collars. I'm not a big fan of collars. You can see Buddha is wearing a harness here.
Yeah.
And when he pulls, when I walk him, he's pulling from his chest instead of from his neck. When you pull from the neck, it can cause little micro trauma in the neck and problems with their cervical vertebrae and pain that goes down their back.
Okay. And word of mouth is really how the clients come about? Is that what works for you?
Word of mouth. Nothing succeeds like success.
Oh, you got that right. I like that one. I'm going to use that one. Well, Dr. Scott Sanderson, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. And Buddha, you were just so patient during this interview. Must have given him some treats, huh? All right. If you'd like to find out more information about animal wellness, that's, of course, Dr. Scott Sanderson's practice here in Columbia. Just log on to our website at mpt.org and click on Your Money in Business. All right, Jeff, that'll wrap it up from Columbia. Now back to you in the studio.